Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. First and foremost, man, I thank everybody for clicking on this video. Make sure y'all hit that like button so we can get this in the algorithm. Also follow my IG if you haven't already. I show my gratitude. A lot of you guys been hitting me up about consultations, man. I do offer one-on-one consultations. I'll leave a link to my website pinned in my comment section, okay? So you can go ahead and tap in with me. But hey, fellas, check this out. Let me put y'all on game. Let me put some game into y'all minds. For every problem that you have, there's a solution. Okay? For every problem, there's a solution. You just gotta take the time to figure out what that is. There ain't no sense of stressing out over your problems. You gotta have a cool, calm, and collected mind and try to figure out a solution. That's what we do as men. We're logical thinkers by nature. So we try to figure out a logical plan or decision to fix our problems. I'm gonna give you guys some game on ways you can improve your journey. Because a lot of y'all been hitting me up telling me I relapsed on this day, or I'm having trouble getting my spirit right. I can't find motivation to get up in the morning. We're gonna speak on that one, at getting up in the morning. 3 things, guys, that you can do to better yourself, better your journey, and help yourself evolve. You know, a flat line ain't just with retention. A flat line is also with life. We all get into this funk where we just lose motivation. We kind of lose sight of where we're going, and we don't know where to go from here. It's like we hit a roadblock, and it's like, all right, where do I go from here? Do I go up? Do I go around? Do I go backwards? We can't go backwards, right? That's not an option. We're not going backwards. We already know what's back there, right? And it ain't for us anymore. So we got to go forward. We got to move forward. Let's see what's up here. What's ahead? You know, what challenges lie ahead? Because I've seen this, and I'm not going back to my past, right? So I'm going to give y'all 3 things you can do to help yourself evolve faster, help yourself evolve more efficiently. First thing, guys, you need to do is take accountability for yourself and your actions and your choices. You got to hold yourself accountable for everything that you do. We are men. A man don't make excuses and don't point fingers at other people for your mistakes. When I used to work at my job, man, whenever I made a mistake, I always owned up to it, no matter how severe it was. You know, I might go out and I might mistakenly not do something to my full extent, 100%, and I end up making a mistake. So when that problem falls back, I'm not pointing fingers at nobody. Yeah, I own up to it. You know what I'm saying? That's my fault. And I'll suffer the consequences, whatever that may be. But then there's a lot of people that when they get in trouble or they make a mistake, they want to say, oh, it wasn't me. It was him. It was them. It was them. It was them. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't hide from yourself because you're with yourself 24/7. Everywhere you go, there you are. Don't try to fool yourself. Hold yourself accountable, because when you hold yourself accountable, it transforms you into a better man. It's going to make you become more responsible. Even though you're making mistakes, right? Remember I tell you guys, an L is a lesson. It's not a loss. So even though you take an L, you're still growing from that. I grew from my mistakes because it taught me how to deal with myself. It taught me how to deal with pressure. Every successful general that's ever been throughout the history of time has a loss under their belt. They've all lost a battle before, because that's what makes you into a greater version of yourself. Is loss, is failure, making mistakes. You learn from it and you take that to the next battle. And that's what we got to do. Hold yourself accountable. Don't point fingers. Nobody's to blame for your actions but yourself. You know, I know a lot of you guys living at home. You know, some of you guys are young, still in high school. Right now, you're in a space where your parents are accountable for you. So you got kind of a cushion. You're not going to be severely punished in society as much as you would when you turn 18. But as soon as you turn 18 and you grown, you're accountable for everything that you do. Everything. And that's what being a man is. That's what being an adult is knowing that, all right, I got to make the right decisions in my life. I can't F up, because if I F up, that can cost me my life. That can cost me, severe punishment. And this right here, guys, is why we discipline ourselves. So we're not just out here making all type of mistakes, all type of decisions based off of our feelings, our emotions. We learn to control ourselves. This is what this is about. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do in your life, that's on you. You can't blame nobody else for that but yourself. If you're not where you want to be at in life, on your journey, on your streak, you can't blame nobody but yourself. Stop pointing at the corn, the cheeks. The digital cheeks made me release. Oh, I'm going to blame that. I'm going to point my finger at that. Nah, that model on IG made me release. Dang, I shouldn't have shot them hard eyes at her, man. I should have just minded my own business. Nah, that's your fault. Take accountability. Number 2, the second thing you need to do is learn to do things that you hate doing. Practice doing things that you hate doing. Myself as an example. I wouldn't say I'm not a morning person because I can get up early, but I've never been a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock type person. You know what I'm saying? And I especially hate the cold. So when you mix those two things together, I tell y'all I've been getting up at 5:30 this whole month and been going out for a jog around my town. And it's early, you know what I'm saying? And it's cold. Two things that I really don't really like. You know what I'm saying? But as I've been doing it, I'm getting used to it now. And I see my perspective changing. I'm seeing my reality change. My energy is changing. I'm vibrating different because I'm doing something that I hate doing. I'm doing something that I particularly don't like doing, but I'm challenging myself to try new things, get out my comfort zone. As I got done with my run, I went to this spot where I always do my stretches and I do my Tai Chi warm-ups. And I was just looking up at the stars. And I was like, wow, it's been a long time since I've seen the stars. Because at nighttime, when it's late, I don't really go outside. I'm in the house for the day. But in the morning, I'm up at 5:30. It's still dark outside and the sky is clear. And I've seen the stars and it brought me back to my childhood when I used to sit out in the grass at night and just look at the stars and just being wow. Even my college days when I used to do my homework at night and I would go to the track to do some extra workouts by myself. I would do hurdle drills and things like that. And after I finished, I would just lay out on the track and look at the stars. And me looking at the stars after my run kind of brought me back to those moments when I used to have with myself, right? And it opened up a whole new perspective with me. And I kid you not, I saw 2 shooting stars, right? It was beautiful, man. I was in awe. And it kind of brought a piece of myself back, a piece of my childhood back. So I say that to say this, guys. Getting yourself and doing things outside of your norm, outside of your comfort zone, doing things that you hate will also help you evolve and help you transform faster because you're doing something different that you're not used to, which means a new experience, a new lesson, new skills, new perspective, new awareness of yourself. That's what it's going to bring. If you don't like getting up in the morning, get up early. Start training yourself and practicing getting up early. If you don't like taking cold showers, start taking cold showers. You don't like reading, start reading. Start doing things that you don't particularly like doing. That way it will give you a new perspective and unlock new levels of yourself. This is the key, fellas. You got to start training yourself to get uncomfortable, right? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, things that you know how to do, you're never going to grow. If you're playing a video game and you fighting level 2 squirrels or whatever monster there is in the game, and you're a level 20, you ain't gonna never evolve and grow if you keep fighting the same monsters that you're used to fighting. You already know how to beat those. You're a level 20 fighting level 2s. Why not go to the level 25 monsters or the level 30 monsters and see what that challenge presents? See what you need to do to grow. See what you need to do in order for you to defeat those monsters. Stop doing things that you're used to and start to challenge yourself with new experiences, okay? So you can grow. Third thing, guys, you need to do, face your fears, right? As a man, you cannot walk around with fear. As a man, you cannot walk around with fear. The Most High God and fear don't occupy the same space. You can't be a man of God if you have fear. And when I say fear, I'm not talking about you never going to be afraid or you're never going to be nervous or anything like that. That's natural. What I mean by fear is you get paralyzed. You're so paralyzed, you're so shooken up by something that's new that you're not used to, that you don't even try to attempt to see what it is or challenge yourself to complete it. So many of us guys got goals, we got things we want to do, but it's that fear that keeps us and holds us back from doing it. But you got to use that fear, you got to twist that fear around and let that be your motivation. A lot of guys are afraid to fail. But I'm going to tell you what, there's one thing that's worse than failure, and that's regret. And that's my only fear. My only fear in life is regret. Having regret of something I should have done or something I didn't do. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Failure, I could do failure all day. At least I tried. Right? Failure, you're going to learn something from it, and you might even get a better opportunity from it. But regret is like, man, I was too afraid. I was too much of a sissy to even try this or to even talk to this girl. And now look, now I don't even know what could have or what would have happened. And that feeling is going to haunt you for a lifetime. Regret will haunt you for a lifetime because you can't go back. Life is temporary, man. You're here to learn, you're here to grow. You're not here to be comfortable. So you got to challenge yourself. You got to face your fears every day, and you got to keep pushing. You know, fear is an illusion. It's being afraid of something that hasn't happened yet. You're having all these negative thoughts and these negative affirmations of what could happen. That's all fear is. But why don't you change your mindset and say what can happen? Maybe I can get this could be fruitful for me. This could be an opportunity for me to grow. When you change your perspective on how things are, you're going to be way more successful in life. What I did, man, I took a risk doing what I do now, right? Starting my own business and things like that. I didn't know if it was going to be a failure or not, but I told myself I would rather fail than have regret. And I took a leap of faith, and it was the best decision I ever made because I'm growing, as a man. I've transformed since then. Guys, with your journey, stop being afraid of relapses. Stop being afraid. You get up every morning afraid of you might relapse or you might get an urge and watch porn. Why are you afraid of that? Why are you afraid to go after your goals? Why are you afraid to talk to that girl? You a man. You're supposed to face your fears. That's in your DNA. That's in your essence. To be a rock solid warrior. You feel what I'm saying? Get out here, face your fears, hold yourself accountable, and start doing things that you hate doing. Get uncomfortable. Retain Gang. It's your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video or what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out. Peace.